So we've got to listen well. We have to have the ability to listen. So what are those channels that consumers are using to share feedback with us? I shared with a company the other day as a consumer. I received something in the mail and I thought they should know how this showed up. I don't know if they had full control over this, but they should know how this showed up. Actually, it was two different things. One was some food that needed to be frozen, and it was not frozen when it arrived. The other was an article of clothing that was super wrinkly. And I thought, man, I think these companies need to know. Company A, frozen food company, I reached out to. Within 1 hour, I had a response, empathetic response. We are so sorry. Like, that is not up to our standards. We see that it arrived a day late. We apologize about that as well. We would like to actually comped my entire order. And I was like, whoa, I replied, I was like, no, like, you don't need to do that. I just wanted to let y'all know, because I knew probably within the whole supply chain process, they weren't responsible for that. And they probably didn't know about it. So I wanted them to know, and they were so responsive. Company B, I still haven't heard from. And it's a subscription company, both of them were. And so it's kind of like, I feel for sure that I'm going to be heard and seen by the first company, because they responded right back when I reached out. But the second company still has yet to reply. And I think, man, it doesn't feel personal. It doesn't feel human. And if something really was wrong, then what would happen then? And so we have to be able to have those channels to listen, and we have to use them. So make sure that they exist and make sure we're using them. A friend told me, it was like a year ago, he said, when you have a social media channel and a consumer reaches out and gives you feedback and you don't answer, it's as cold as being in person and talking to someone who turns their back on you and walks away. It doesn't feel like that when it's digital, because you can shut it down and close it up and turn it off and log out of it. But from the consumer standpoint, they just as much reached out to you. And if you don't respond, that's really scary. So we have to listen. We have to make sure that we're responding. And then we got to do something with what we're hearing. And so the things that I like to think about when we're listening are, who is our customer? Like, really defining who that target customer is. We can't serve everybody. Like, honestly, if you're not making someone upset now and again, like, you're probably trying to serve too many people. Like, pick who it is that you're serving. And then what is it that your customer needs? What is it that your customer wants? What are the things that they're going to want next? We got to be forward facing. What do they want in the future? How do we prepare for that? And then knowing what is our role in all of those. Certainly what consumers want and need and what they want next. One brand can't do everything for that group, but what is our role in that? What is our role to play? And making sure that we can show up for them in a way that we're listening, we're responding, and we're doing something with what they're telling us. And those buckets are helpful to know, like, what is it that they need and want? And I forgot to mention, they value, like, they need and want. What do they value in life? Consumers value convenience. They value their time. And so that causes us to shift how we're going to show up and how we're going to design things because of what they value, and then what they want next, and certainly how we can show up and serve in those spaces.